Welcome to CoronArgh. You're speaking with Tanya. Can I tell your name, please?
Oh, I'll just be anonymous if you don't mind.
Not at all. What can I do for you today?
This is the pneumonia hotline, is it?
The COVID-19 hotline, yes.
Oh, I actually wanted
Are you after?
I wanted the pneumonia
pneumonia?
hotline because that I found out that pneumonia has 10 times the death rate to COVID-19. So I'm really concerned. I want
Okay.
Is that true or not?
I'm not sure. I can put you through to the health department in your state if you just provide me what state you are in.
Who would you put me on to?
The Department of Health in your particular state.
Department of Health. Is that the health minister?
Yeah. Do you want to call?
No, I've actually called.
Health?
I've called the health minister and they've directed me to this number here.
Okay, well, if you want more information about pneumonia, you're probably better off calling your local hospital.
All right. Just talk about COVID-19. Is there still a pandemic?
Yeah, it's still going on. It's just there's a lot less cases coming up, which means restrictions are slowly being eased.
Oh, really? So, what, 102 deaths?
Yeah.
102 deaths in 6 months. Is that a pandemic?
What state is that in?
No, this is going to the Department of Health, Australian government website. 102 deaths in Australia.
Australia?
Yeah.
Look, at the moment, because the deaths are a lot less, it's not classified as a major pandemic. But obviously, when we first started, because there were so many cases showing up and so much more was happening, it was classified as a pandemic. At the moment, it's still classified as a pandemic. However, the government looking into easing restrictions slowly, which means there are a lot less and less cases happening overnight.
Hang on, I'm not concerned about cases because 0.5% of people tested testing positive. 1.5 million, only 0.5% of testing positive.
Yeah.
And out of those, only a tiny minority are actually supposedly suffering from this. There's only 25 people in hospital. 25 people in hospital. I mean, how the hell is this a pandemic? You know, everyone's losing their jobs. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
When this is all...
But unfortunately, I can only provide you information on what the government is providing to us. I'm only here to give you information on what they give us.
Do you actually look at the statistics yourself? I mean...
I do, but like I said, I can't give you opinions on the government. This is what they want us to provide information to you on. So I'm sorry that I can't clarify any further. I can only give you what they give me.
But you work for the government, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, you know.
I'm just a call center operator, my dear.
Call center operator.
I'm just the person giving you...
Can I just ask you...
what they give me. Yeah.
How many people under 50 have died from coronavirus in Australia?
I can have a look for that for you.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know that off the top of your head.
No, I don't. I actually serve people every 3 minutes, so I'm sorry, I don't know everything.
Can you just guess? Can you just have a guess?
Have information on the government website.
Can you please just guess before you actually look that up?
No, I'm sorry, I cannot. My job is to provide you accurate information.
All right, please tell me what it is.
And guessing, so I'm sorry.
Please tell me what it is. Under 50.
I don't. Okay, give me 1 moment.
I will.
Can I pop you on hold while I find that information for you?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, looks like she hung up on me. I'll have to call back.
Thank you for calling Health Direct. Just speaking with Shari. May I start with your first name?
I'll be anonymous if you don't mind.
No, that's perfectly fine. Do you mind if I describe your postcode so I know what area you're from?
Let's just say I'm in Melbourne. That'll do.
Yeah.
Hello?
What can I help today?
Yeah, I just spoke to someone there a minute ago and they put me on hold to find out some info and they just cut out. Hopefully they didn't hang up on me. Can you help me out, please, with this? I've got some, info. Got a question for you.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I plainly asked about, is there still a pandemic? Because I'm looking at the statistics on the Australian government website, and there's only 25 people in hospitals, and as you know, there's quite a few hospitals in Australia, And we're told that hospitals are overcrowded and, there's people dying. And apparently it's only 102 people have died in Australia in 5 months. And there's 0 people have died in the Northern Territory. And I thought of all places that a virus would spread would be amongst the Aboriginal settlements and that, but not one single, Aboriginal person has died. Do Aboriginals do things differently in regards to social distancing? I know there's a few questions here, but the main question that I wanted to find out is how many people under 50 have died in Australia in 5 months?
Okay.
Under 50. That's 70% of the population.
Okay. I'll see what if I can find anything. I'm not 100% sure if I'll be able to actually find that statistic.
Surely you'd have that in front of you, because this is a hotline and people want to ask questions about coronavirus. I mean, surely you'd have that info in front of you.
No, we don't actually.
So why is that? I mean,
we're pretty much just like a general line.
A general line?
For all states. So if we wanted to look up any statistics, we just use the normal web like everyone else does.
Oh, so what's your job there? Why would people ring you? I don't understand if you haven't got that info.
There is some stuff that we have that you wouldn't be able to get, like all the testing criteria.
Testing. That's interesting.
Where all the testing sites are.
I'd love to know how they test people. Anyway, just between you and me, how many people have died under 50, do you think, out of 102 people? 75% of the Australian population. Have a guess.
Yeah, it would be probably higher because they are at the higher risk.
Under 50.
Oh, under 50? There wouldn't be many.
Wouldn't be many or any?
There wouldn't be very many.
You're right, there's none. There's none under 50. 75% of the population, there is not a single person. Does that tell you something? And there's only 2 under 60. So 85% of the population, which is 21 million people, have not been affected by a virus, so-called virus. And we're told it's a pandemic where the whole nation has collapsed, and children have been told not to go to school, and not one child has been affected. Sporting people between teens and 40. Footballers, you name it, all sport have been stopped and not one of them have been affected. And yet the only people affected are people on cruise ships and people who are well above the average of dying age, which was 74 in Australia. The average COVID-19 death is 78. So those people are virtually dead anyway. So they're just using those figures. As you know, I don't know if you do know, anyone that dies now is with pneumonia or the seasonal flu is classed as COVID-19. So I'll tell you right now, between you and me, no one has died from COVID-19. And I thank you for your time, okay? I hope I planted something in your head. Right. The statistics tell you that no one... Oh, sorry, a 42-year-old died. You know who that 42-year-old died? It was a Filipino on a cruise ship, not even an Australian citizen. So that's how desperate the government had to use names. They used a 42-year-old Filipino who worked on a cruise ship and used that as the statistic for an Australian death. That's what a scam this whole thing is. You have a nice day, okay? Thank you for your time.
You too. All right. Thanks for calling.
Bye.